This is a short invitation, video invitation for our workshop on the theme of shame and sorrow. Very interesting combination. The first workshop will be conducted on Serbian on 21st of March, the first day of the spring. And I'm making this video just in case anybody is interested, like from the English-speaking population, to work with these themes. And we can organize later the workshop online again. I'll just give a little brief introduction and information why shame and why sorrow and why together. Shame is one of the emotions that is very difficult to detect. It stays hidden and it's designed to protect us from those critical eyes and voices that used to look at us, be it at home, be it at the school, being with our own friends, possibly bullying, later on in work. It can happen on any ground, be it physical issues or health issues, race, religion, the way we are dressed. Like everything possible in this world can be actually subject to shaming. That's a moment, and it's usually not really adequate message that we are getting from the environment, but we do get it, and it's very, very difficult and leaves the deep scars when it happens in the developmental times, in the early times of our lives. So I would say that shame is not given enough space in many methods of psychotherapy, as it's not even on the map. It's invisible. And shame does the same to us. It wants to make us invisible in order to protect us from all kind of critics that might come our way. So often I've seen it as one very subtle membrane over our wound, but also in the same time over our soul. It's very, very subtle. And on this workshop, we'll have opportunity to actually become aware of the deep shame we are carrying in our lives, in our bodies, in our psyche, to see how it works, what is its structure, how it fits in our own character structures, and how it's part of our defense, and how it's actually sabotaging our lives and our creation and manifestation in this world. Because anytime we have this ongoing, outgoing current that we want to create something, want to take a risk, want to feel alive, enter a relationship, a new job, etc., we actually have this other voice, critical voice, like you better don't do that, you cannot succeed. So it all has to do something with the shaming, the message that we get from our environment that there is something wrong with us. Therefore, we do not belong to our society, to our family. We're not worth of love. We don't belong to this world. It creates a very deep inner isolation. So why with the sorrow? Why with sadness and grief? Why with loss that usually accompanies these things? We're living in very interesting times, and for last 1 year we have gone globally through a lot of loss, be it losing the loved ones, our friends and family members, being loss of the job, financial stability, roof over our heads, disappointment also in other people, in the system, in authorities, name it. There is a lot of loss for last 1 year, and to make things worse is actually collective, it's global. So even if those losses and didn't hit us directly, we are still part of the collective, and it keeps affecting us. And there is a lot of big rise in the depression, anxiety, suicidal tendencies amongst the population, as there this loss and sadness, they just kind of make your heart sink. and there is another sink and another sink and another sink, and you don't even notice you're already pulled down in a pond of pool of sorrow. So we don't even notice it. So that's one of the things, like, it might be obvious in your life and might be very obvious that you lost people or job or anything, but at the same time it can be very subtle and it's still affecting us. In both of those emotions, we actually have a tendency, body has a tendency to curl, to go in a shame or sorrow posture, and we just want to cover our face and just want to disappear because it's too painful to be here for whatever reason. And this is one very interesting point when these two emotions are touching each other. So we're going to have this very interactive workshop. Even we are online, we're going to still use a lot of somatic tools to experience our sensations, to recognize some subtle things that are already in our bodies and we are not maybe cognitively aware of them. We're going to use drawings, we're going to use breakout rooms and share with each other on a more personal, intimate level, and also in a bigger group, all what we have discovered about ourselves, about our sorrow, and also we'll have a space to let that go, express it, and with the support of the group, because those things that we don't express, we are bound to carry with us. And if we really want to go to some another platform of consciousness that is actually happening anyways, be it that we want it or not, we need to let go of the old luggage, old losses, and all these anti-life forces of shame that keeps us in an old patterns of behavior, of thinking, of feeling, as some would say, in lower frequencies. So, as I said, this workshop will be conducted in Serbian, but you're welcome to contact me and we can organize something later on English. Thank you very much for your attention.